Dun, 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 dun. I can bring it to you. It's to school, lesson by lesson. The only way that I can bring it to you is to school you, lesson by lesson. The way that I can bring it to you is to school you, lesson by lesson.
So many questions.
The way that I can bring it to you is to school you, lesson by lesson.
Yes, sir.
Or should I say,
Welcome back to the second segment of the ShakeBack Sports Show right here on the Big Game Christian Sports Network. It's your boy Willie Epting Jr. Checking in, baby, live, loud, and in color. How's everybody doing out there, man? The calendar has flipped to April, so you know what that means. Playoffs, NBA, World Series, the NFL Draft. Also, the Final Four, March Madness, men's and women's. We talked a little bit about that in the first segment. We're going to get back to that here in just a moment. This second segment, it is being brought to you by who? I'll tell you who. Front End Sports. Founded in 2022. Yes, they are dedicated to empower, shall I say we, dedicated to empower athletes, teams, and organizations with cutting-edge social media, merchandising, and NIL strategies to help your brand through innovative and personalized solutions. Our team consists of experienced professionals with diverse backgrounds in sports, marketing, design, and technology who all share a passion for helping their clients succeed and unlock their full potential. So go to frontendsports.com. Tell them that your boy Willie Epting Jr. told you to holler them so y'all can set it off on getting your NIL and your branding taken care of. All right, thank you guys out there for checking us out on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram TV. I see y'all out there watching. And of course, the Twitter. Just in case you missed it in the second or the first segment, rather, look, coming off of Women's History Celebration Month, the way that we did, I'm still paying homage to the sport of women's college basketball because Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark have done phenomenal things. I do not want to disrespect any other player that is currently playing or any of the greats from the past by saying that Caitlin and Angel have single-handedly brought college basketball for women to the forefront of where it is. That's not what I'm going to do. What I will say is this, is that for all of us out there that are old enough to remember Magic and Bird, 1979, Indiana State versus Michigan State. Bird was a junior, I think, and Magic was a sophomore. Saw Magic put on the show, Bird put on the show, and then the next thing you know, they changed NBA for the rest of the NBA's life. Now, am I saying that Angel and Caitlin are going to do it to the degree that Magic and Bird did? No, but the similarities are there. They were rivals in college. One is of a darker colored skin than the other, like Magic and Bird. Magic and Bird wound up becoming great friends in the end. And I'm telling you right now, I'm believing that this is going to be something that's going to transcend the sport of basketball for women. And then not just for women in sports, I mean women anywhere for what they've been able to do. They've shown that it is okay to be who you are and not allow people to put you in a box that they believe that you belong in. All right, let's move on because, excuse me, the NBA, I'm sorry, not the NBA. The NBA we'll get to in just a minute. But the NFL continues to dominate the newsreels because there was a trade between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. And the Texans have now secured the services of one Stephon Diggs. And they really only had to give up a bag of peanuts for him. But here's the thing. The questions that I have, I got so many questions as the Loonies and Richie Rich just talked about just there. Number one, does this move put not this move, but the series of moves that they've made, does this put them right at or right underneath the Kansas City Chiefs? Now, I will say this, on paper, as currently constructed, the Texans have a better roster. They have a better roster from top to bottom. You think about it, at every other position other than quarterback and maybe tight end, because Kelsey is getting a little up there. And Dalton Schultz just inked another extension with the Texans, or they restructured his deal. So he obviously is their go-to tight end. But does this put the Texans that much closer to the Chiefs? God, I hope so, because I hate them. And the lights of Tisha, I'm going to say Tisha Campbell. The lights of Tisha C, a show not divided. We begin back the third season in August. Of course, she's a Chiefs fan, and I hate them. But does this do that? I think it does. I think it does. And not for I think there's been other moves made around the AFC in particular that have maybe moved teams a little bit closer to the Chiefs. But they got that dude, man. As long as they showed it to us, as long as they got that dude at quarterback, it doesn't matter who is in the wide receiver room. It just doesn't matter, because he's going to do what he does. And I'm not even mentioning him by name because I'm sick of him. Okay, here's my questions. I got 5 burning questions. Question number 1. Are the Houston Texans now the best NFL team in the state of Texas? Now, as we know, there's only 2 teams. There's the Houston Texans and there's the Dallas Cowboys. Does this move have the Texans now supplanted the Dallas Cowboys as the best team in the NFL in the state of Texas? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes because it is not because of my pure hatred for the fans, the fan base of that team. Notice I said the fan base of that team, not the team itself. The number one reason is because I think they actually have a better quarterback. CJ Stroud is better than Dak Prescott. Now, I know it's only been his rookie year, but I'm talking in terms of other things as well, such as the contract situation, because CJ is still on a rookie deal. Obviously, he's in his second year. Dak Prescott is about to cost $55 million against the cap for the Cowboys. Now, is Dak Prescott a $55 million a year cap hit type of quarterback? I'll leave that for you to answer on your own, because personally, I say no, he's not. He's not. Number 2, second burning question. Do the Buffalo Bills has their window closed? I'm not going to say that it's closed, but what I will say is it is almost completely shut. As a matter of fact, I can tell you this. They have it cracked. They have it cracked to get in to circulate some air, because it is thick in that building, in my opinion. Josh Allen, I saw something on TikTok and it was so funny to me. I can't say the things that he was saying because this is a family programming network. But what that dude was saying on TikTok is, what are the Buffalo Bills doing? Josh Allen is going to be crying like a baby. So when you go from 2 years ago or 3 years ago, and you have your quarterback who placed himself near Patrick Mahomes in the performance that he had against the Kansas City Chiefs in that memorable AFC wild or divisional round, and your defense could not stop the Chiefs from going down the field in 13 seconds and kicking a field goal. And then a year later, it's a similar type of ball game, but your defense again let you down. And then in 2023, you get the Chiefs at your home building. You have a much better roster than they have, and they get away with a victory. The Buffalo Bills window is almost closed, completely shut. And I don't care what these so-called analysts are saying out here. It is so. You can't lose the personnel that they've lost when teams around you in the division have gained personnel to get better and expect to be the same that you were. So that's my burning question number 2. Burning question number 3. Does Aaron Rodgers, coming back from the Achilles at the age of 40, along with the additions that they have made, along with the pieces that they already have there, does this make them a viable AFC contender? I say yes, it does. And if you notice, I haven't said the dreaded, or if they remain healthy. I'm not doing that because, again, that phrase and mantra can go towards any team in any sport on any level. So is he enough? And it's just like I said with regarding the Buffalo Bills. It is, you've gotten better than they did. Even though you've already had Aaron Rodgers, he's coming off a season of which he only played 4 downs. 4 downs. And he was cleared to come back and play football in December after an injury that at one point in time actually killed careers. Ask Dan Marino, ask Dominique Wilkins, ask Isaiah Thomas. Killed careers. So that's my third burning question. Fourth burning question. Russell Wilson and Justin Fields are now in Pittsburgh. Is it going to be Russ's job or is it going to be Justin's job? And not only that, whoever gets the job, whoever is the quarterback towards the last, half to third of the season, will one of these two quarterbacks be the quarterback that knocks head coach Mike Tomlin from the ranks of not having a losing season in the Steel City? That's a burning question because a lot of people have questions, so many questions about, can Justin Fields pass well enough? Or can Russell remain at least efficient enough and play within the offense and not turn the ball over and not be what we saw with him or from him his first week in Denver? I don't think Russ cares. Russ is getting paid $1 million from the Steelers and $39 million from the Broncos. And Justin Fields is fighting for his second contract. That's a burning question. Burning question number 4. Burning question number 5. Here we go. Just because head coach Antonio Pierce of my beloved Raiders, Las Vegas Raiders, and Jaden Daniels have a history at with the Arizona State Sun Devils, does that or should that automatically equate to the Raiders moving up to number 2 and selecting Jaden Daniels in Washington's place? That's a burning question. And I saw the dude's pro day. I seen the dude play throughout the year. The tape don't lie. The tape does not lie. And I hear everybody else out there saying, yo, he's a beanpole. He's skinny. He's this, he's that. He takes too many big shots. Well, I mean, obviously, I'm not in the NFL, nor have I ever been, and nor will I ever be. I'm not a general manager, but I trust what these dudes say that are analysts, not the actual general managers themselves, because we know they lie. Men lie, women lie, right? But that's a burning question. And for me, as a Raider fan and one that is cautiously optimistic, is like, if you can go up and get them, go up and get them. And the reason being is, if you go up and get him and you develop him physically and in the right way, in terms of what to do on the field and the playbook, you've got your quarterback for the next 15 years. You've got your quarterback for the next 15 years. And not only that, Raider Nation, you will have him on a rookie deal that will allow you to continue to make waves in free agency by signing pieces around him. You can go from an also-ran to a contender almost like that. Almost like that. And I'm not saying he's going to have a year like CJ Stroud did for the Texans, but why not? Why couldn't he? I mean, everybody is saying that, or I shouldn't say everybody, but many people are saying that Jaden Daniels is actually a better prospect than Caleb Williams. And I don't know which one is and which one is not. All I can tell you is what I've seen on when they play. And to me, somebody raised a great point. Oh, it was LA. I was getting my haircut on Friday. LA. The dopest barber in the game, Ken Hill, Faithful Cuts. Y'all make sure y'all hit him up. Louisville, Texas, or the Colony, Texas. Instagram, Faithful Cuts. Check it out. We were talking about this very subject, Jaden Daniels or Michael Penix Jr. And he immediately said, Penix Jr. don't want him. He's too much like Glass, basically saying he's too injury prone. And then Jaden Daniels came up, and I was like, well, if you like him that much, go up and get him. The Raiders will have more than $60 million in cap space once all of the moves are made and restructuring of contracts is done. It could go from that to that. And I'm not really sold on Caleb Williams, because what we talked about was, well, how many USC quarterbacks in the past have done a tremendous job in the NFL? And he said, I'll wait. And I had to sit there and think for a second. Okay, you had Matt Leinart, you had Matt Barkley, you had Sam Darnold, you've had Carson Palmer, you've had and then I went all the way back to Pat Hayden. He said, man, you went way back. But the point of the matter is this, and this is no indictment on the kid, because this is always the kid doesn't have anything to do with what happened before him. But it does raise an eyebrow, because quarterbacks that come from the USC system have not been that successful in the NFL. Now, I will say this. There are players in Lincoln Riley's system that have been successful in the NFL. Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray. Was Kyler Murray there? I think he was there. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, and then, of course, you have Caleb. I mean, so, yeah, it can be done. However, that's the burning question. And then I have a burning question bonus as we get ready to wind down the second segment. The windows of these three teams, which one do we figure after the 2024 season will be absolutely shut? Is it the Buffalo Bills? Is it the Dallas Cowboys? Or is it the Miami? Nope. Is it the Buffalo Bills? You know what? I'm going to leave it there. Is it the Buffalo Bills or the Dallas Cowboys? After this season, which team's window for contending for a conference championship, let alone the Super Bowl, will be completely shut? I think you know my answer. The poll is going up on Twitter at SHKMEDIA or at SHKBK MEDIA GRP on Twitter, going up on a poll immediately after the show. Come on back to the other side of the break. We're going to finish up this conversation. We're going to get to some NBA as well. Willie Epting Jr., ShakeBack Sports Show. Y'all come back and holler at us.